open to whatever this day may bring. Open to see it is all a blessing. Open to lay aside all expectations.
Yes, it's just this feeling like if we were really open in the heart would show, would reveal its miracles more.
Yes.
But there's still mistrust functioning here in the heart, and each one must look at that and see what is feeding this mistrust, and what gives this mistrust a sense that it is justified to be there. You know. So because I cannot look at things in terms of their superficial appearance. That this is wrong because this person did this thing and they're not able to really be open about this thing, and so I don't look at it like this way, because there are no end to this type of problem perceived in that way. There's no end to it. But when you look deeper from the place of truth, you can call people more. I can call you there. I can't call you here in the mind, because the mind is stubborn and it wants to hold its rank. But if I call you in the heart, whatever answers there, I can trust that. I can work with that. But I cannot work with this person mode of consciousness. Rarely shows enough openness to even be perceived as a potential, you know. I mean, yes, I know it is there, not by belief, because I know what the truth is, but the life it is presently portrayed energetically here if one pays attention to these things. And there is still a loyalty to identity. I've got to wipe that out. And perhaps the medicine needs to be much more harsh than others have tried. And in much the same way as Mahesh came, we're so troubled and could guide the attention away from the trouble spot into the place of truth. And the whole energetic conclusion to the evening is like you're back on track, you're back home, and you're happy and light, which you would not have experienced if you were dealing with it like it was the ego's problem. We'd still be on this person and that one, and yes, but sort of secular experiences, results, this happened then and that happened before, and I don't see any way out, like these things matter, and I'm just completely rejecting them as untruth, so that you can go to or stay in the place where you are true. And conversations always offer this opportunity, if you're willing to take it. And you shy away from things like this as well too. You don't mind.
Not with people, but in,
it is with people in groups of people. Groups of people, and they're not there as a group. A person doesn't experience themselves as a group. They're aware of a kind of group, but not necessarily that they have a chemical fusion with anybody. You know, there is some connection, so we listen like that. But we should be encouraged by that connection, that it's kind of okay. The contrasts are not so wide. We're in the same, we're in the same color range, color field. And I mean, if you had to stand up and speak in the same way in front of your close family, would you have trouble? Your close family.
I don't know when it comes. I don't know when it comes. Like the other day we had a meeting, and there was quite a lot of us, and it didn't come. And I felt like, wow, it didn't come. And then the next day, it was yesterday, and then it came. So I don't know. Like it's.
Oh, so it's unpredictable totally. So that not even. So who would it not come in front of? Yeah, another way of saying, I mean, like, who do you feel so totally comfortable so as to just express almost anything that you feel?
You. You are the most like myself is with you.
But what do you, if we look at the fear square on, I mean, how is it used, the situation, to be excited as fear? I mean, what does it portray itself as? I mean, have you looked at it a bit?
I start to feel like first it's like a physical thing that happens, and then I'm like, oh no, like, and then like embarrassment comes and failure comes.
So okay, let me tell you. So the physical thing happened, and then oh no, that this expectation comes personal. That's where the person starts to take shape or something.
Yes.
And then the other things are sort of more bubbles coming out of the same pipe. And but is the core fear is what? Looking foolish, or?
I think it's looking and failing,
Okay.
Especially
okay,
failing you, like it's like.
So look at how failure feel and look like. And first, what does it feel like? And then feel, look the same way. But not only that now, but what exactly would fail? What is it that is doing the failing? Can you identify it?
I just watched this, like this unfolding of kind of stupidity,
Yeah.
Like I know that I can be clear, and I have this.
No, but let's look at it, the unfolding of stupidity.
Yeah.
But stupidity can there be stupidity without an identity?
The identity is definitely there.
Okay.
Definitely there.
And the identity, what looks like you? Looks like this face?
No, it almost is like a foreign entity comes in at this time.
But it's being called I, isn't it? Why is it called I? Unless it truly is an I, is I.
Because it comes in and out. I know it's not me. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Even in that moment, you know it's not you.
Even in that moment.
So then, who are you to know it's not you? As permanent, less permanent, more permanent than the thing you're talking about?
There is awareness of the whole thing. The whole thing is watched.
And felt.
And felt, and
okay,
I can't say I can see the one suffering, but like I know it's all happening.
It's an energetic presence, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it's something.
Yes.
and it goes by the feeling I. Why is it called I? Why did it? What does it have to be called an I? To be called you?
Maybe it's linked somehow to some memory or something.
Some memory.
Yeah.
Which is you?
Which isn't me, but I think maybe it's conditioned enough. It's happened enough times for it to feel like it is part of this expression.
So it's like if you read a book about a character, you will bring it. You'll give it a life, won't you? You'll put a shape to him and a face to him and whatever like that.
Yes.
But there's no face. There's nothing there. There's just a story about a person.
Yes.
But the reader somehow puts a body on him and color of eyes and stuff, and it's a very unique portrait also. But it becomes a kind of self-portrait. I want to know how it becomes the self-portrait. Someone puts a figure, and you know that, so this is Mr. George, but you also know what Mrs. Brown looked like also, and so on. So who would you be doing that looking? That creates the story of the character, and then the flesh and blood of the character which you see yourself putting there, and then the naming of it as I, and then the perceiving, mostly once you put the name on it as I, something from you stepped inside that space and say, yeah, this is me. But at the same time, it is watched. So, which is the stronger watching? The one that puts on the I and then begins to move in the world, so to speak, which is its projections, as an intimate or singular reality, or that which has to be observing, who doesn't have a story, but whose sight is enough to replace all stories. Which one are you, if any, or both? What would you be? Like speaking as from right now.
Both are there. And there's also like something even that's more consistent than both of them. Because the one seems more consistent, but it also fades in and out.
Mm-hmm. Which is recognized from the one who you are calling, more consistent.
Yes.
Yeah. So something knows even consistency and inconsistency, isn't it? So, does that have a face, that one? Has it got anything to do with being right here, right now?
Like it's in everything that's here now. Like it's the kind of background of each and every thing that's here.
Only background?
No, and
foreground?
inside it, and like it's what's making up the whole. And
shapes.
yes, so then when these kind of events happen for me, I can see
You
that it's the
again is what
same.
now?
I don't know, but somehow there's an expression here where the awareness is more concerned than out there. Like
I like that way of putting it. Is this when I see you in this light, which I see you even when it appears like this light's not there, that I say I want to sit down?
it's my deepest wish to never fail you, So that's why.
But then see, but see if what is being said is wise, because you're intelligent to know that if it's foolishness, you'll have to reject it. And if it is wise, you're compelled to accept it.
I'm open to whatever this day may bring. Open to see it is all a blessing. Open to lay aside all expectations.